the course has hired me to basically GPS plot the course.
This is Golf Smarter.
Back of tee boxes, front of tee boxes, basically sprinkler heads in the fairway, carry distances to bunkers, over to them, water hazards, basically any hazard that would come into a play as far as for a golfer off of each tee box. Then I have to map the golf course greens, get their slopes, undulations, high points, low points. Basically all that information goes into creating what my company does, and what the golf course was hired us for is to create 3D graphics of the golf course. And so using those graphics and the plotting information, aerial images as far as off of Google, we can create these 3D graphics, show mounding, everything, and then we put together an 18-hole yardage book for the golf course. And what they want us to do is basically an event book, assuming the golf course hosts a lot of events for members, and basically giving them something to use as far as in hand to see as far as the course layout. Like I said, when I mark the sprinkler heads, it'll have yardages on the yardage book as far as specifically where they're at on that particular hole. So just using all this information that I gather to create the product for the guests.
Very cool. So tell me, what is it that you're wearing right now?
This is basically a Trimble GPS unit. This collects basically connecting with satellites, getting information as far as and locating where I am specifically on as far as the golf course. And then I can pick a specific type of thing I'll be mapping, whether it's a green, fairway, sprinkler head, bunker. And then my unit will GPS plot spots around as far as wherever I walk. And then those can be used as far as with the satellite to basically find out exactly how far I am from a tee box or from a green.
Okay. Can I see the unit here? And so what is it? Are you allowed to show me what's in your hand?
Well, yeah, it's a Trimble GPS unit. Again, we've put basically our own information in here. What is basically we like to collect when we're mapping: sand traps, markers as far as on the tee boxes, sprinkler heads. Some golf courses have 2 or 3 sprinkler head types that they use, so we have to make sure we get the right one. Just water points as far as water hazards. Everything that I can select in here, and then I can put as far as in our records, and then we take the files, pull them out, and extract all the information as far as the plotting information and create our product.
Are you the only person working this golf course today, or do you?
Yeah, particularly as far as on this golf course, yeah. It only takes one person to do it. The type of mapping we're doing will take maybe 2 days, 3 days at most, depending on play. So.
And then the final product that the golf course receives
is they'll receive in-hand physical, depending on how many extra pages they would have. It could be anywhere from 20 to 25 page yardage book in hand with covers, all 18 holes. Most of the time there's an introductory page about the golf course, scorecard in the back, course information.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So how many courses do you do in a week?
Oh, well, I do this as far as I'm the backup. So we have our main guy who does probably in a week. He might be able to do 2 courses in a week, but he travels around the country, around the world. We, as far as not just based in the United States, but golf courses in Ireland, Scotland, Canada.
How long have you guys been around?
Best Approach Publications. I've been with them for 1.5 years. As far as how long we've been around, I want to say close to 20 years.
Okay, and it's Best Approach
Publications, yeah. We have our website, www.bestapproach.com.
Cool. So can you show me how so we're standing at the green here. This is the 13th green.
Yeah, so right now
Marin
I'm
Country Club.
trying to walk around the green. Trees are giving me a little bit of an issue though, because the satellites have to hit my unit. And so it'll go out of spot. So I walk around normally as far as with the unit on my left to get the outside edge. I'm going to try and walk around the other way to see if I can get the satellites to hit it, because from what I got as far as on my last try, it actually cut out on me. So.
Oh, so you have to take a walk around the...
Yeah, so I'm going to basically walk around the green again. Just a second here. What I'm doing here is deleting the first... Because this is all the information that I got. I don't know if you can see it, but...
Not really.
Okay, it's kind of far as with the sun. See if I can get in the shade here. It'll show as far as I've gotten a tee box, a marker, as far as on the fairway, cart path. All those head ones are sprinkler heads, a sand trap. So I went in there my last thing that I did was a Greene. So now up here it'll tell me if I'm getting any type of satellite connection, which right now I'm not. And I'm assuming it has to do with those trees and the location of the satellite. So let's give it another try.
Sure. Let's see what it looks like when you're doing this.
Yeah, this one's really giving me issues.
Do you frequently have issues when you're coming by trees on holes, or is it just the greens that give you?
Yeah, normally as far as in the holes, I mean, if the holes are surrounded by trees, maybe that are overhanging, that'll interrupt as far as with the satellite connection with my unit. That's what's happening now as far as this.
So it's a direct line of sight.
Yeah, it's a direct line of sight. But it uses, I mean, anywhere right now it's telling me there's 5 available satellites. Sometimes it can go 5 to 8, all the way up to 10, just depending on where I'm at. And as far as the positioning, it's a lot better as far as in the early morning, just as far as the positioning, as far as where I'm at and where the satellites are at. So right now we're getting a little bit later in the morning, so just a shifting as far as everything and what I'm hitting as far as available satellites.
Very cool. Well, we obviously use your information a ton. So we thank you very much for spending the time to do this, because it's really helpful.
Yeah, and it helps golfers. I mean, some golfers like to use, the handheld units as far as to see the exact distance.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of golfers out there that still like to see in hand as far as, where a particular yardage is as far as from where they're at, as far as just to get an idea as far as how to play the course. The most important thing as far as that our books can be used for, I would say, one of the main things is the carry distances, like how far it is to a bunker or how far it is to carry a bunker. You really can't get that as far as with any type of handheld GPS unit, things like that. So the cool thing we also do as far as is with phones, we work as far as in integrating our graphics and everything into an application on your phone, course specific, as far as for whatever course you're playing. That will pull up the same graphics that would be in the yardage book, but can give you a front, middle, back to, as far as center, front green, center of the green, back of the green from where you're at, using your phone's GPS location system. So
awesome.
It's really cool.
All right, Tony, big question.
Yeah.
Do you play golf?
Oh, yeah.
Do you use this information? I mean,
yes.
Are you really proud when you're out here like, oh yeah, I did that?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I've been playing golf since I was 18 years old, 35 now, so this is probably, I would say, a dream job I could have, being able to be on a golf course. I mean, this is my office for 2 or 3
You
days.
get to play this course when you're done today?
Sometimes I do. Most of the time I don't. Just because as far as the work I do will take me into, as far as to the end as far as my trip. So I really don't get too much free time.
Where do you live?
Of course, I live in Phoenix, Arizona. That's where we're based out of.
Oh, you're at Arizona, and we're here in Northern California.
Yep.
So how many days of the week are you on the road?
Well, like I said, I do this part-time, so it's whenever we're in our busy season right now.
Sure.
So, I mean, I've been here since I flew out Sunday, and I'll be here till Wednesday night, fly back to Arizona. So, like I said, depending on the golf course, it could take 3-4 days to complete what I have to do.
Well, I hope you get enough signals to complete this in time.
Yeah, I might be here for another 15-20 minutes trying to figure out this green.
Thanks so much, Tony. I really appreciate you letting me interrupt you while you're working.
Oh, no problem. I'm actually finishing. This is the last hole I have to do, so I'm all done.
Click on the link below to subscribe to our free weekly interviews on the Golf Smarter podcast at golfsmarter.com.